So I'm Chris Eckert with Keller Williams Realty.
And I'm Kerry Roth with Decor Staging, Home Design, and Renovation.
And we just renovated and sold this house right here. If you could have been here when we first took over this house, you would have seen concrete covered with maybe 1970s AstroTurf, if you know what that looks like, and then a gigantic juniper bush that basically took up half of this front yard. And of course we transformed it. We actually spent $25,000 on the property, took it from a value of $750,000 up to a sale price of $850,000. So the sellers actually made an additional $75,000 by letting us and our team renovate the house. So let's go in and take a look at some of the things we did.
Come on in. Chris and I have done a lot of these renovations in this area, and I really love the renovations on these older homes. This is a 1912 home. It's an estate sale. It was in poor condition, had gold shag carpet, horrible color wallpaper. It was in some points original condition. So these projects are so fun because the transformation that happens in just a few short weeks is tremendous. So we start the consultation with the homeowners, and Chris and I walking through the property and taking a look at what we think would be the best renovations for the return of investment. And then the homeowner is consulted about what type of budget they want to put into the renovation, and then Chris and I get together and we decide where to put that budget would be the best for selling the house. In this particular case, the renovation went into the landscaping of the front yard for better curb appeal, the complete painting of the interior and the exterior of the house, removing the carpeting and restoring the beautiful wood floors that it had, and replacing the lighting. In addition to that, it was really just the staging of the home that completed the renovation for the $25,000 budget that was established. Now, my favorite part, and I think the biggest return of investment, is the paint. You can make a tremendous change in any home with the color of paint. So that was one of the first things I did coming through the house. And this house has beautiful 1912 architectural features such as crown moldings and very thick baseboards. They have a paneled ceiling in the dining room that we wanted to show off by painting color into it. So come on in and we'll take a look.
All right, well, welcome to the house here. I want to show you some of the things that we've done to the house to get it ready to sell, and we ended up with a successful sale as a result of it. So let's talk about this. One of the questions we're always asked is Chris, how do you shave the budget if you're bumping up against the maximum amount of money that you can spend? And basically what we did here was painted over the wallpaper. Now most people think you can't paint over wallpaper because it bubbles. Well, we've got a painter who knows how to do that, and instead of spending a lot of money stripping this 50-year-old wallpaper, we actually painted over it. It will never come off again, and you never know, at least looking at it, you would never know that we painted over wallpaper. It looks just like drywall.
Okay, this is the grand dining room. It is a fairly large room for the house. It has a beautiful ceiling that you don't see very often in these older homes. And it was originally, the ceiling was painted all white, and again it had the same wallpaper as the living room, which was a faded blue wallpaper. So I decided that we should paint the ceiling to show off the beautiful molding on the ceiling. And stripping the floors also created a lot of warmth in the room. But picking the colors, people always ask me, how do you pick the colors? And each house I pick different colors. I normally start with a historic collection of Benjamin Moore, and that's what the colors in this house were from. So picking a blue because it pops off all of the white molding. I could have gone with a different color, but the greens and the blues has a very serene feel in it. And it really pops off all of the moldings in the house. And then when I'm staging, I'm bringing those colors into the staging. So when I have complete control over the color of the walls, the stain on the floor, the color of the cabinets, and then I bring in my staging materials, you really get a very, very comprehensive and beautiful look on a home.
So one of the places that we saved on the budget is by not doing the kitchen. Now remember, we only had $25,000 to spend. We could have actually spent the entire $25,000 on the kitchen. So rather than do much at all to the kitchen, we decided to paint the cabinets and then paint the walls here behind us. Because essentially what we were trying to do is use the living room, dining room, and the entryway to sell the house so that people weren't as focused on the fact that it did need a kitchen. This, after all, is a 1912, basically original kitchen, and we needed to make sure that we overcame that.
This is one of the bathrooms in the home, and we decided not to do a complete renovation of the bathroom. However, it did need quite a bit of work to be more sellable. So what we decided to do was to paint it, paint the cabinetry, replace the countertop with a cultured marble because it was a more budget conscious choice, replace the faucets, and then for the bathtub, we reglazed the bathtub. A reglazing of the bathtub costs about $550. And then instead of replacing the overhead shower curtain rod, because it was very corroded, we went ahead and cleaned off the rust, sanded it down, and then spray painted it. So those very simple things, the whole renovation on this budget for the bathroom was about $1,300. And it gave it a whole new updated look. The object of the renovations of the bathroom, well, we want the homeowners to be able to move into the home and not feel they have an immediate large project, especially on this property because the kitchen is a large project. It does need to be completely renovated. So we wanted to make sure that the rest of the house presented well, it was move-in ready, and then they could tackle the kitchen either immediately or at another time.